Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a bit of a clean up on the caravan. So people that are new to caravaning, first caravans, just a few tips really on the do's and don'ts with cleaning a van. Anyway, I'm going to get started. There are ways with a caravan that you can actually cause damage to the van internally. So the first thing I would say is pressure washers, really shouldn't be using them on a caravan. Anyway, let's get stuck in. I'll show you how I get mine clean. Okay, so I always start decent sized bucket, hot water. I use a decent car wash shampoo. This one's Maguire's one. I find to be very good. You want to put plenty in. Plenty of suds, decent sponge as well. Okay, plenty of bubbles. Stuck now, there we go. Plenty of bubbles. That's what's required. Okay, so if like me, you're trying to wash your van in full sunlight, best way to do it, just do it one panel at a time. It's the best way to go, and rinse each panel down as we go. So I start off, rather than using steps, I got one of these extendable brush. They're pretty good, and all I do is I start, and we just work our way from the top down. So doing it in full sunlight probably isn't the best way of going, but you know, better than doing it while it's raining, I guess. Every now and again I get a ladder and I just get up with this brush and do the roof as well. It is very easy to think about grabbing the jet wash and hitting it with the jet wash. And I would say resist the temptation to do that, and the reason being, your windows, they're not perfectly sealed, certainly not sealed for high pressure, and by hitting it with the jet wash you will without a doubt push some water in. Same thing goes around all the vents, and this van has the aluminium trim on the sides, and obviously it would be easy to push water into that as well. So my advice is resist the temptation and do as much of it by hand as possible. Now, as soon as you got the one piece done, straight on with the normal hose pipe. And working from the top, just rinse it down. You see all the muck coming off. sponge the areas that you can reach. Around the areas where you can't get the brush. And then rinse her straight back off again. Okay, so carrying on down the side, and it is really a case of start at the top. Now with these alloy clad vans, this is where you don't want to be hitting them with a gurney or a pressure washer, and the reason being it's very easy to force water into the van if you're hitting it from underneath, obviously underneath the height like this. Much better off just doing it with a brush, nice and steady. Take your time. And as I say, if you're doing it in direct sunlight like I am, it's quite easy just to do little sections at a time and wash them off, which is what I do. And what I do, just get your hand sponge and work your way around all your edges where the silicone gets dirty. Just give it a good clean. All your plastics. Your checker plate. And as I say, definitely resist the temptation to hit it with that jet wash. I will show you in my van what happens if you hit it with a jet wash. And I'll do that once I've done this side. And as I say, just as you do sections, now obviously this is a wash and wax. And you can see the way the water's feeding off the van that the wax gets left behind. And as I say, for those of you that have had vans for years and know what you're doing, I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs, but we've all got to learn somewhere. And it is very easy to cause damage, water damage to modern vans by hitting them with a gurney. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to find out after you've done it. Now these are the areas you have to be a bit careful. Around these vents. And then back onto the sponge again. Okay. Back on the hose pipe. Oh, cup of tea, wonderful. So around this vent, as I say, you just really want, you don't want pressurized water. So this is fine. And same with these top ones. Okay, so the early signs of water ingress, you just see this little crack running along here, this one in the corner here. They're the only two on this van. See, one there and one there. That's been caused by washing around the vent on the outside with a pressure washer. Now I was lucky, I caught it early, and that's the only bit on the van. However, unless you want the same problem, be a wise move not to use a pressure washer on it. Okay, so the whole van is washed down. So now what I do, I get one of these drying towels out. Again, this is a Meguiar's drying towel, so it's a big towel. Obviously the van's only very slightly wet because it's in direct sunlight. And I use Meguiar's waterless wash and wax. Now you can wash a car that's mildly dirty with this, so it's not too gritty, without using water. But the reason I use this after I've washed it is I find this is really easy to bring the van up looking like new again. And it is just a case of spraying it on, put that down there, and wiping it off, and the van comes up looking absolutely fantastic with very little effort. Now bear in mind, this van is constantly being used on graded tracks because of where we live, and you'll be amazed how good this van comes up once it's cleaned with this. I'm not saying that this is the best product to use, it just, for me, I find it very easy and the results are good. When it gets onto the black areas of the van, it shines them rather than leaving white streaks. And it smells nice too. It smells like coconuts. And literally, it's as easy as that. Now, you can get up with steps at the top and do the top half of the van as well. But I tend to get the whole bottom end done first and then get the steps. And this just saves you having to use a chamois as well. Well, I don't know about you, but I reckon that looks pretty good. And I'll be honest, it's not my favourite job cleaning the van. I'd rather be out using it. However, I also want it to last. And for the cost of this stuff, I know it's about I think about $15 for a spray bottle of it. And you'll clean your van several times with it. Should have got those steps after all, shouldn't I? It's the only thing with the CX22. She's tall. saves you having to use multiple different products on your van. I've seen people that use silicone on the checker plate and wax the van, and nah, not interested in any of that. I want one product to do the whole thing. And no, I'm not sponsored by Maguire's at all, just their products are quite good. Products that I use, and I find them to be effective. Now that's that side done, and it's taken me, I don't know, it's got water run there, let's just get that off. It's taken me, I don't know, 10 minutes to do this side, if that. Now I'll get the camera and I'll run it down the side of the van and you see what you think. So we've done the back. She's got a good shine on her. The window's a bit dirty on the inside. Haven't done that yet. But even the chrome work, comes up nice. And then coming down the side, so 10 minutes it's taken me to do the back and this side. Let's see if I can get a good look down the side, and you can see, good look at the checker plate, it's nice and gleaming and shiny. Well, you got to be happy with that, haven't you? I reckon. I think you got to be quite happy with that. It's come up good. So I've just got to do the front and the other side, and she's good to go. Okay guys, well hopefully that's been of some use to those of you that struggle with getting your vans clean, or have just bought a van and are unsure the best way to go about cleaning it. As far as getting up on the roof goes, it's not something I recommend, but if you're going to be getting up on the roof to do anything, easiest way to do it, get a great big piece of plank of wood and lay it right the way across the wood so that the weight of you is supported on the two sides of your van. Other than that, I wouldn't be getting up there. I generally get up on steps to clean my solar panel on roof and just use a long broom, which works for me. Hopefully it's been of some use of you explaining about why you shouldn't be using a jet wash on your van. And if you're liking the footage, or if you're watching this footage and you're thinking it's relevant to you, please do me a favour, please subscribe to the channel. We are looking to try and get the numbers up and be able to use this to partially fund a trip around Australia, and we need viewers. Any comments, please drop them at the bottom, and we'll catch you next time. Stay safe, see you on the campgrounds. Bye.